Welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about one of my personal favorites, Halloween 3.
Yes, 1982's Halloween 3, directed by Tommy Lee Wallace.
It almost seems like we're almost going in a chronological order with these movies that we're watching. This one kind of jumps back from The Mutilator.
Yeah.
But we're pretty flowing in a good chronological way.
Yeah, we're all about some 80s.
Yeah, we
Can't tell.
All about the 80s horror. All right, Jake, I know how much of a big fan you are of this movie. And it's an anthology in the Halloween franchise, correct?
That is correct. So from what I can remember, originally John Carpenter wanted this to start an anthology series. He was done with Michael Myers. Want to be every Halloween movie a different theme, pretty much.
But all built around the holiday, Halloween.
Yeah.
So it starts off, dude's running, dark alley, street, with a mask tucked in his pocket.
Yeah. The masks, obviously, are very important to this movie. For only being 3 masks, they're also very popular.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Witch. Skeleton.
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
Tattooed on my arm right here.
I know.
Yeah, it's a beautiful movie. Favorite word.
I have my thoughts.
Yes. That's why we're doing this. It's a bad movie.
What?
I just want to see your reaction. It has a special place in a lot of horror fans' hearts. It was so the reason that I personally enjoy it so much is not because it's a good movie.
It's not.
It does. It's got plot holes the size of the Grand Canyon.
Terrible.
It's got acting that's about as good as The Mutilator.
Well, no. The acting is good. The acting is Tom Atkins.
Okay, Tom Atkins.
One of my personal favorites from The Fog, also a John Carpenter movie.
Yes.
He is great in that movie.
Yeah, but what about these side characters?
Trash.
Okay, exactly. So the acting would be then considered poor, -1.
Hey, man, Tom Atkins does what he does to try to, carry the movie as far as he can take it.
So for the majority, and what I've learned talking to people over the years, and it was exciting because of what could have been.
What could have been?
John Carpenter's idea of this horror anthology built around Halloween.
That's
But
not a good idea, though.
Season of the Witch, Halloween 3, just dropped the ball. And I don't know if it was story-wise or just because we're all so obsessed with Michael Myers. But I think, to me, it would have been so cool for John Carpenter to just keep throwing out these crazy ideas. Because to me, this movie was before its time.
I do not agree with that. John Carpenter put out plenty of great movies post this movie. No,
yeah, it's not like his career ended with Season of the Witch, Halloween 3.
Should have, but luckily it didn't.
Sorry. No, come on, man. Work with me, not against me here.
I mean, the movies, a lot of people's opinions are if it was just Season of the Witch,
without the
Halloween tagline to it, it'd still be a good movie.
But why can't you take it out of it being in the Halloween tagline?
Because it's a Halloween movie.
But it's not in the broad picture of things because it wasn't meant to be part of Michael Myers.
Okay, but Halloween 3 got made because of Halloween 1 and 2, correct?
Yes.
There you go.
It did.
You can't disconnect the two. Many people try to, but they wanted so hard to bring back Michael Myers. That's why they brought him back, because Halloween 3 did so poorly.
Yeah.
They said, you know what? We got to bring him back. Which I get, Friday the 13th went through the exact same thing, so I get it.
But you never did a Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. There was no Friday the 13th season of the whatever.
That is true.
Yeah. So, plus points to the Friday the 13th franchise.
There you go.
But no, in my opinion, Jake, it has a lot of interesting ideas that just aren't done well.
Such as?
When did Terminator come out?
Early 80s.
Okay. Which do you think came out first?
If I had to guess, I'd probably say the Terminator.
Came out before Alien?
If I had to guess, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I thought it was really cool that
the robot thing?
Dude, I love the robot things. It was, they're like little T-750s.
I'm not a fan of the robot concept because, one, it's never explained why they're robots. And two, they're just robots.
That have
makes no sense.
Green, like mustard yellow. Green.
They have a strange honey mustard inside.
But the funniest thing about that is, I was thinking about this once. He sends his fist through the robot's gut, and pulls out the wires, and it's all like super cookie.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie, a robot gets smashed by a car and just goes.
Yeah, nothing happens.
No juice. And he must have been like a Model 1. He must have been an early edition.
He must have been, because nothing happens. He just freezes up and leans over, and that's it.
But then you got, this whole like mythological aspect with Stonehenge and the stolen stone, and it's kind of alien-esque in a sense. Like it just they tried to do too much, and they just couldn't tie it to. They couldn't put a pretty bow on it.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So, Season of the Witch, outside of being any type of Michael Myers tie-in at all, so it's not a Halloween movie. It's a movie on its own. If we take out that strange alien concept, is it a good movie now?
So you're saying like none of the Stonehenge stuff happened?
Yeah, that makes no sense. They never explain why they're bringing in Stonehenge, how they got it there.
He technically starts to.
No, he said,
But he just laughs it off.
Yeah, we had a time getting it here. Okay, well, how'd you get it here?
Yeah, what did it take to get it there?
No explanation at all. One thing I didn't like about the robots, though, so Dick Warlock, who played Michael Myers in Halloween Part 2, is one of the robots.
Yeah. Which one?
The one who gets his stomach punched through.
Oh, that was him?
That was him. Yeah. The one who all of a sudden has to sneeze in the elevator. That's him too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that.
So you got a little Michael Myers in there.
Little, what's it called? What do you like to call it?
Fan service.
Little fan service.
Yeah. Tiny fan service that wasn't needed, but yeah. Yeah.
So, did you like the? We always kind of go on these little female actress rants. How did you feel like she did? The main female protagonist.
Well, I feel like overall, she was good. I feel like she could have done more, but overall as a character, she was good. Concerned about her dad. She made some questionable choices as far as hooking up with the doctor, but
and she was lonely and sad.
Yeah. Outside of that, I feel like she plays a hell of a robot.
Yeah, her robot at the end of the movie.
That shit was good.
It was good. Her eyes are they really sell it.
Yeah, she had dead eyes, but at the same time, very active eyes. Like, yeah,
very robotic.
She's a robot for sure.
That made no sense.
Well,
please, yeah, okay. What? How can you explain her becoming a robot?
I will. So when they first abduct her, we don't see her again moving around till like 30 minutes after that, which leaves time for them to take her,
make an exact copy,
or kill the actual her and put robot parts inside. I don't know how the whole process works, but it gives time to do either one. Also, from the moment he picked her up and took her back out on their way, she didn't speak the entire time.
Yeah, I just thought it was because she was like, she got like sedated or something.
Yeah, she's a robot, and none of the robots talk at all.
This movie's kind of tricky to do an episode on because there's no real good flow or storyline. It's just kind of like stuff happening that is never like you can't dive deep into this movie.
Well, you can dive deep into it. It's just gonna take some real thought to do so.
No.
Probably longer than we have over this episode, another episode.
Yeah, like 5 episodes.
After that. It would take a long time. Overall, it's just the mask, and then the guy who creates the mask has a thing with parents and kids, how they celebrate Halloween. Yeah, I think
it all has to do with sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's sacrificing all these kids, at least the kids that wear the mask and watch the commercial. Which is probably one of the most annoying jingles ever.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Just because they do way too many times throughout the film.
Yeah, it's done
that damn
quite a
commercial
bit.
cutting on.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, we get it. Halloween's coming soon.
Yeah, it starts off in like 8 days or whatever.
That's why I bought my kids a mask. I got it. Halloween's coming up. I understand. Yeah. But I think overall, as a movie, if we're thinking solely this is going to be an anthology series, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Did we switch brains when we sat down in these chairs?
Well, no.
You're saying you're a fan of the movie.
I say it's not bad. I mean, I'm not wearing a Silver Shamrock hoodie.
Oh, no.
I also don't have the mask tattooed on my body for the rest of my life.
It's paying homage to such a great franchise, in my opinion.
It's an okay movie. It's a good franchise, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Well, the franchise is the
franchise
best.
is great.
The best.
But the movie itself, if you were to take it out, it wouldn't change the franchise at all.
But maybe it could. Maybe there's some deep theory with Michael Myers' mask and Silver Shamrock and all that. But as we were watching the movie, we both kind of came to the agreement that that's impossible because throughout the film, guess what's on TV?
Yeah, they're watching Halloween on the TV.
There was only like 3 things that appeared on the TV. It was the Shamrock commercials.
Yeah.
It was random commercials and the Halloween.
Yeah.
So that kind of shoots any ideas out there that if you guys have heard any theories about the Shamrock Mask and Michael Myers, it would do disservice to Michael Myers and the franchise if they went that way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because you can't have the movie on during the movie and then say that that's how Michael Myers got his superpowers or his evilness.
The only way you could do that is if, one, this is a parallel universe.
Which I was thinking that because I said earlier how it was ahead of its time. If they would have just not put those Halloween clips in this in this movie, it still could have been some form of tie-in or parallel or anything like that.
Yeah, I agree with it.
So it's
what takes that out is those movie clips.
Why would you do that? I guess you're like excited because your original movies did so good, but no.
If you cared that much about Michael Myers, you would have put him in part 3. Clearly, it's an afterthought. So move on.
But it wasn't like he hated Michael Myers.
He was done with it.
Yeah, but he felt like it had run its course.
Because he was done with it.
Until the fans stepped up and were like, nah, we want this back.
Yeah, but at that point, he was done with it. So it didn't matter what they felt at that point.
Yeah.
He sold his rights. He was done.
Washed his hands of it.
Yeah. And that's the problem with a lot of horror franchises. They beat it into the ground. You know? I mean,
Friday the 13th.
People will continue to watch them because they like that certain character. But we're talking about pure movie value. It dies out after roughly part 3.
Yeah. But they always make stupid changes.
What do you mean?
There's either it's a supernatural aspect or it's like a different mask or it's like a different sub-story plot. They just take it on a wild ride. And I think that's ultimately what John Carpenter didn't want to happen.
Well, I feel like you have to, because if not, you're watching the same movie over and over and over and over
Perfectly
and over again.
I'm perfectly fine.
Just watch the first one. You're good.
No, but like change it up a little bit.
You just said you don't like the changes.
I said a little bit.
Okay.
Keep the same mask, keep the same idea, but just kill different people. Kind of like what Friday the 13th does for the most part.
Hey, man, that's why it is the model franchise. Model franchise.
It was a model franchise modeled after my franchise. So
we did it better, though.
I
know we discussed it in small bits here and there, but come on now. Friday the 13th did it better.
Yeah. I guess a future episode is just going to have to be Halloween versus Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Josh and Jay go at it.
Yeah, because we didn't just abandon our killer, and then when the fans cry for it, come back to it.
The return of Michael Myers.
Actually, we did technically in part 5, but as far as turning it into an anthology series, we didn't do that.
Do you not at all respect the idea of an anthology like that?
No, I don't. Friday the 13th tried it as like just a TV series, not so 2 different tribes. One, there was just the TV series Friday the 13th, like in the late 80s, early 90s, I think. Mm-hmm. Nothing to do with Jason Voorhees at all. Just same title, Friday the 13th. Then a couple of years ago, I think the CW was going to do a series, Friday the 13th.
About?
Jason Voorhees.
Oh, okay.
Is about... So pretty much it was that Camp Crystal Lake was real. The movies happened. All the kills happened in reality. And people were going back to the camp type of thing.
Oh, okay.
So they had already written a script, chosen actors. They had... You can find the makeup on the internet or whatever of what it looked like. And they just scrapped it all of a sudden. And this is prior to the whole...
complications between...
Exactly. Prior to that. They realized this is not a good idea. The movies are the movies. Keep them as they are, which I agree with. If they came out with a Halloween series all of a sudden based on Michael Myers, I don't think it would be a good idea.
No, I don't either. I mean, they're kind of struggling through finishing the original one.
Well, just kill them and you're done.
Yeah. But when you start building up this whole immortal can't die type thing, it's hard to salvage that.
I feel like in reality, he would be the only killer who isn't immortal.
Yeah, he should. I mean,
he should just join the team like everyone else has
and become a zombie.
Well, you got Jason,
zombie.
You got Freddy Krueger,
always dead.
You got Chucky,
possessed doll.
You know, so you have these people who were alive, now they're dead, and live on forever.
Yeah.
You got Michael Myers, who technically is just a guy, who now, I guess, according to Halloween Kills, came back from the dead. At least how it appears so far. But,
yeah.
But I mean, the Halloween franchise, don't get me wrong, is a great franchise.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid franchise.
Just this particular chapter in the franchise is not very good.
I just can't believe you don't like... You don't believe or you don't agree with the idea that it was ahead of its time. I just think that some of the things that they were going for were cool.
No. Nothing about that is cool. Mask, okay. Been around for a long time. Robots, they're also a thing. Mask, robots, Stonehenge. It's like a beef stew of just random things that are going on.
If they just would have taken an extra 20 minutes to tie it together,
there's no way to.
You could have made some stuff up.
Go ahead. Right now. Make some stuff up.
I don't have the 20 minutes.
Exactly. Exactly.
I just feel like, nope, yeah.
Yeah. All it would have taken to make this a reasonable movie, explain a little bit the Stonehenge thing.
That would have helped a lot.
Yeah. Explain a little bit who Connell Cochran is.
Is he a witch?
I don't know.
It's called Season of the Witch.
I always thought they were saying Colonel Cochran.
They're not?
They're saying Connell. Conal. Yeah.
Oh.
Which I guess is
that's a name.
Yeah. Connell Cochran.
This is
I'm like Colonel Cochran.
Yeah.
Explain his backstory a little bit. Is he a witch? Is he a ghost? Is he someone who just hates kids? Warlock, maybe? Who knows?
Yeah, I guess he would be a warlock, but it's what's the title? Season of the Witch.
I always thought it was because of the witch mask.
Then it should be called the Season of the Witch Pumpkin Skull.
That's a worse title. I don't know. I guess, yeah, maybe he's a witch.
He's got to be a warlock.
Or warlock.
Because male witches are warlocks.
Was a witch for the title. It would be season of the warlock. But
that'd actually be kind of a badass title.
Badass title.
Like
so
bad.
Just a bad movie.
Badass title, bad movie.
I feel like the effort was made. Tom Atkins kills it.
And so does Shirley, what's her? The actress's name?
No, I remember.
She was great.
She was okay. But Tom Atkins though, the mustache.
Yeah, he's got the cool.
Yeah, he's got the knockoff members only jacket. Mm-hmm. Killing it.
Yeah. Drunk doctor, ex-wife, horrible dad.
Yeah, he had a lot going on.
Yeah.
But he still was out there. He went from drunk or doctor to drunk, part-time dad. He's out there solving crimes.
He's just trying to get some booty, and he gets thrown into this network.
He definitely gets his booty. So.
Yeah, but that's
never an issue for him at all. At any point during this movie.
This booty came at a cost. He got thrown into this crazy web of nothing makes sense.
Yeah, he probably got home and cracked a beer. Worth it.
Worth it.
Totally worth it.
As he's screaming at the TV at the end of the movie.
Yeah, so when it comes to that, do you think he got them to turn the commercial off?
Not in time.
So the kids right in front of him died
in front of him and the guy at the gas station. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is what I feel like they could have continued. Or at least tied it in at another point to another, if they would have gone the anthology way of just like a part, 1, 2, 1, 2. They could have done a part 2.
Well,
no, I take that back.
Yeah, but
because everybody, all the bad guys died.
Yeah,
he got turned into nothing.
That was weird too. I feel like if he continued this anthology, let's say Halloween 4 is something else.
Season after the witch.
Season after the witch. Would you then tie in? Oh, it's so weird with anthology. You have to, at some point, tie it all in.
That's what they attempted to do in Halloween 3 Season of the Witch with the movies of Halloween. Playing.
What?
That was their tie-in.
No.
Then why else would they have had it playing?
Fan service. That's 100% fan service there.
I give you that one, Jake.
Yeah,
I give you that one.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with that movie at all.
I give you that one.
Yeah.
You suck.
It's a Halloween 3, based on these other ones we made. Yeah, this one right here. Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, you remember the one.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Fan service.
Yeah.
That word haunts me in these episodes, man.
I mean, fan service is a common thing that happens.
I mean, it's in some instances needed, in others it's overkill.
Fan service is never needed. If you're a fan of the series, you get what's going on. All right. And if you're missing it, rewatch the old ones. You're good.
But not everybody dives in as far as we do.
Well, they should.
I mean, yeah, they should, but they don't. And that's why fan service is needed.
Well, maybe they will.
That's what we're hoping. That's definitely what we're hoping.
Yeah, you should do it. If you guys would just dive in more, we can cut out all the fan service in these movies.
Yeah, everybody be as obsessed with horror as us.
Yeah, so the fan service you're probably going to see in the new Scream movie is because of you.
But
just putting it out there.
I just want to go on record saying that Jake wants some fan service in that, but we'll get into that another time. He does. I heard him talk about it. I have it on record. He wants some crazy stuff to happen. But
twist ending.
See Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Like I said, this is a very hard movie to really just you can't like dissect it. There's nothing there to dissect.
No.
There's not enough meat on that bone to carve into.
Yeah, I feel like we've kind of already covered the whole movie.
That's honestly what I feel like too.
Yeah.
So, with that said, unscripted podcast, guys. Jake, I've been waiting for this moment since the very first day that we talked about doing this on the podcast.
Okay.
What is the Jake rating of Halloween 3?
1.
The Season of the Witch.
1.
It's not a 1.
Out of 10, just so we're clear. And the 1 is solely because of Tom Atkinson. That's it.
It's a
If he
1?
was not in this movie, it'd be a 0. 1. Now, to be fair, just so I'm clear, this is a 1 out of 10. All right? And it's not because it's in the Halloween franchise.
I should at least give it a 2.
If it was a part of it.
Oh, you're saying if it was not a part
If
of
it wasn't a part of
Yeah.
it, it would still be a 1.
Oh, you just hate the movie.
It's not good. It makes no sense. And I can look past certain plot holes. I can look past certain things that make no sense. But there's not enough in this movie to look past it. I mean, the key component of it is the mask. And it's not fully explained to my liking.
The 3 masks?
1, 2, 3, any of them. It doesn't make sense to me. The Stonehenge thing, why he's doing it, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So it's a 1 out of 10. What about you?
3 out of 10.
So you love this movie so much.
I didn't say I love it.
It
Has
is permanently on your body for the rest of your life.
it has a special place in my heart.
3 out of 10?
3 out of 10. You don't have to like. I mean, this is a dope tattoo, man. Like, it just made it look really cool, and I thought tying it into it made me look like a really deep fan of horror.
Yeah, what about the hoodie?
That you remember this hoodie? You talked me into buying this hoodie at a convention.
Yeah, 'cause I thought you enjoyed the movie.
I did.
A 3 out of 10 is not, I enjoyed this movie.
I watch it every year.
Okay.
I enjoy certain aspects of the movie.
Okay.
I think that it's kind of mindless entertainment
Okay.
with some kind of cool kills.
Okay.
You know, definitely the face pinch, skull rip.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I had to ask you what happened.
I know.
Because I had no idea.
That's how much I
I
like
thought
that
he was
kill.
just poking his eyes.
No, he like pinched and
I can say I've never seen that in a movie.
exactly.
Ever.
Top notch kill.
If you had to ask what happened, it's not that top notch, but it is creative.
You're scrolling on shit on your phone. Like, I can get why you missed it.
It's creative.
Yes, I have it tattooed on my body for life. Yes, I wear the hoodie. I do like the movie.
You don't love it though.
No, I mean, it's just not. It's not a good enough movie to love. But it's cool to me what we're going for. Does that make sense?
No.
I just appreciate the attempt, not the execution.
Okay.
I appreciate the attempt of what they were going for, just they did not execute it perfectly.
Okay.
Now, if I would have gotten the bugs coming out of these, that would have been a whole different story. But I just think these masks are super rad.
They're just generic masks.
No, they're not. They're awesome.
They are a generic Halloween mask.
Halloween Kills even put it in the movie for my fans. Like they called me and they're like, "Hey Josh, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this for you, man." Because it obviously that makes it crystal clear that there are a group of people that enjoy this movie enough for them to include it in Halloween Kills, even if it's in the most minuscule way.
Yeah.
It just has this ability to be a special place in our hearts type of movie.
There's a saying, what's it? A dead clock is right 2 times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Of course, someone's gonna like the movie
Mm-hmm.
because it's been seen by so many people. At least 1 or 2 will probably like it.
Hell, we had a guy at the convention say that he liked Halloween 3 more than he liked Halloween Kills. He said that to our faces.
Do you trust him?
Trenchcoat guy?
Is that the person that you want to link your love for Halloween 3 for?
No.
All right, then.
No, but I'm just saying it proves that there are people out there that enjoy this movie.
Trenchcoat.
Trenchcoat guy.
If you're listening,
Yes.
hopefully we'll see you next year.
We'll
at
see you at Scarefest. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed the episode. It was a little different because it's a hard movie to dissect. But let us know what you guys thought in the comments. If you're watching our YouTube videos, please like and subscribe. It makes it a lot cooler if you do.
Yeah, it's great that you're watching it, but it'd definitely be helpful for us if you do subscribe to the videos as well.
Click the bell, click subscribe. Keep us growing in the right direction.
Yeah, all the usual YouTube stuff you do.
Yeah. And as always, a big shout out to Lucky Riggs and the music, and Jeff Balance for the design work. I absolutely love everything those guys did for us.
Yeah, it is definitely great. It's a key component to what we do per episode.
Yeah, it makes everything look official, sound great.
Yeah.
What's the next episode going to be, bud?
Next episode we're going to be covering Mama.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. One of my personal favorites, actually.
Personal favorites?
Yeah.
Can't wait to dive into that one.
Definitely a good movie. Also, don't forget a quick shout out to Jeff Bridges.
Always Jeff Bridges because of my blunder on episode 1.
Shout out to Jeff.
Check out our Instagram, guys. All of our links are on there. J Squared Horror Podcast. There's a link tree in the bio. You can click on it, find all the things we're on. We're available on YouTube, Spotify, Google, and Anchor.
Yeah, it's great on Spotify. And if you're working out and you want to just,
easy
listen to something fun.
Yeah, easy listening fun. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
See you next time.